Hello, and welcome back to the original Larry D's Food for Thought. Today we will be reading, of course, out of the Old King James Bible. As usual, we will be reading out of the Old Testament and from the New Testament to the law and to the testimony. Line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little and there a little, just like the Lord had it written in the 28th chapter of Isaiah. Okay, we also will be going over a few scriptures today concerning the title, The Unknown God, Him that many people simply don't know. The unknown God, Him that many people simply don't know. Okay, I'm going to share these scriptures with you right quick here. Excuse me. And you can jot them down if you like. Take a screenshot and but anyway, yeah, people, I'm telling you, I heard people say all the time, oh, I know the Lord. I serve the Lord. I've been serving the Lord for years. I said, okay, then. Oh, if that be the case, oh, why are you going to church on Sunday, the first day of the week? That's not the Lord's Sabbath day. The Lord didn't say, remember Sunday and keep it holy. He said, remember his Sabbath day. And we all know that that is the seventh day of the week. And what day is the seventh day of the week? Saturday. Okay. The last day. All right. But you say you're serving the Lord. But I'm going to tell you something. The Lord has something written about those. Excuse me. I'm trying to come down with something. I'm hoping not. I'm taking some medication. I hope I don't. But anyway, yeah, the Lord had written about those. Talking about they know the Lord. There you go. And isn't that nice? But we're gonna go over these scriptures and we're gonna see if we can get just a tad bit of understanding on this thing, because I'm gonna tell you, the God of this Bible, he is somebody that you don't want to be playing around with. Okay, and you're faking, he know it. He know it. The Lord said his eyes are everywhere. He's seeing everything. He can read your mind, because he said he searched the reins. Okay, that means your heart, the heart of your mind. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna stop sharing these and we are going to get started here. And we're going to start this in, let's see, we're going to start this in Acts, the 17th chapter. And over here is where Brother Paul was in Athens, and he was talking to these Athenians, however you want to pronounce it. But anyway, these people here in Athens. And he said something to them, something that he took notice of when he was there. And let's see what transpired over here. We're going to start reading at, let's see, I'm going to pick this up at verse 21, Acts 17 and 21. And it reads, for all the Athenians and strangers which were there spent that time in nothing else but either to tell or to hear some new thing. Verse 22. Then Paul stood up in the midst of Mars Hill and said, ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. Verse 23. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with the inscription, to the unknown God, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. He said he's going to declare this unknown God to y'all, because you really don't know what you're worshiping. Okay? You even know the Lord. All right. But you got that inscription down there. But Paul said he gonna declare who he is. All right. Let's see, verse 24. God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands, neither is worship with men's hands, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life and breath and all things. Okay, but let's dive a little bit further into this. Let's go over here to excuse me, let's go to St. John. We go to St. John, the 4th chapter. And over here, the Lord was talking to this Samaritan woman. And let's see what transpired right here. Okay, we're going to start reading here at verse 19. And it reads, the woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. Our fathers worship in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Verse 21. Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Verse 22. Ye worship ye know not what. So he told us on to say, you worshiping, you don't know what you worshiping. Okay. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Verse 24. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Okay. You can't be faking this thing, because the Lord knows. All right. But let's move on. Excuse me. Let's go over here to Psalms right quick. Take a look at this. Going to Psalms, the 44th chapter. And I'm going to start reading at let's see, verse 20. And it reads, If we have forgotten the name of our God, or stretched out our hands to a strange God, shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. Told you, he know the secrets of your mind. Okay, when he say heart, he ain't talking about this. This is a blood pump in your chest. He talking about the heart of your mind. Okay, he know. All right, but let's move on. Let's turn right over here to Proverbs right quick. Show you this here. Going to Proverbs, the second chapter right quick. Let's see, get there. Should have put a marker there, but that's all right. All right, we're going to Proverbs, the second chapter. I'm going to start reading at verse 1. Excuse me. Well, I sure hope this cold don't get me. But anyway, let's see. Proverbs, the second chapter. I'm going to start reading at verse 1. And it reads, My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart, your mind, to understanding, if thou criest after knowledge and lifted up thy voice for understanding, you cried unto the Lord. He know if you sincere or not. Okay. If thou seeketh her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord. Okay. And find the knowledge of God. Verse 6, For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. You say, I heard people say, well, the Lord spoke to me. How did he speak to you and what did he say? Okay, I'm going to tell you. If you read this book, that's the Lord talking to you right there. Okay? You had his word written. This is our roadmap to salvation. Okay? But if you serving some other God, the Lord knoweth. Okay, let's move on. Let's go over here to Ecclesiastes right quick. Take a quick look at this. On Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. We'll start reading at verse 13. And it reads, Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. Are you being told, no, you don't have to fear the Lord? All you got to do is love. Tell you something. Gotta learn to fear this God. But he said this all through this book. I've read this book cover to cover. Okay. And keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. To fear him and keep his commandments. We're talking about the royal law. Okay. All right. Verse 14. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Okay. So God knoweth. Okay, he can, and I hear people say all the time, well, you ain't got to do no work. Christ did it all. You want to bet? You better have some works and better be some good works. I'm telling you. But when you stand before that white throne of judgment, some good works going to have to outweigh them bad. Plain and simple. All right. But let's move on. Let's go. Matter of fact, let's go take a look at that right quick. Let's go over here to Revelations. Let's go to Revelations. Going to Revelation, the 20th chapter, I believe it is. Let's see. Yeah, Revelation 20. And let's see what the Lord had Brother John right over here. Revelations 20. I'm gonna start reading at verse 11. And he talking about this white throne judgment and them works, okay? And it reads, verse 11. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. Verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open. What books? These 66 books right here that you got sitting on your coffee table, collecting dust. These books were open on you. Be judged out of these things, out of the word things out of this book. Okay. And another book was open. What book was that? Which is the book of life. You want your name in that book. All right. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. What? Well, I tell you about them works. Be judged out of them things. This book according to your works. Verse 13. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. Said it again. Got to have some good works, people. Okay. And death and hell were cast in the lake of fire. This is the second death. We'll talk about death. He talking about that second death, okay? Because it's appointed, Adam put that first death on us when he sinned in the garden, okay? Appointed every man die once, but this is the second death, all right? That's the one you want to stay away from, all right? Verse 15, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire, okay? Oh, that angel, cat's work wasn't good enough. Them bad works outweighed them good. Throw them in the fire. All right. You don't want to hear that. So yeah, you got to do some works, people. All right. But let's go on. Because you got to learn to notice God. We talking about Jesus, the unknown God. People think they serve him. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's go back to Psalms right quick. I'm gonna show you this here. Go to Psalms, the excuse me, 34th chapter. Get over here right quick here. Psalms 34. And we are going to start reading at verse 1. And it reads, I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Okay, verse 11. Come, ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. Okay, learn to fear the true and living God. Got to, people. Verse 12. What man is he that desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. You cried unto the Lord, man, he will hear you. You got a true heart. Okay. 16, the face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. Cut you off, man. Can you continue doing evil, serving other gods? Now stop doing it. We talking about that God of Sunday, that God of Easter, that God of Christmas, all them pagan gods that are no gods. Leave that stuff alone. Lord had it written in here about that Christmas thing. All right, serving all that stuff, man. I'm tell you something. If you do a little research on that, and you find out what you really serving or worshiping on during Christmas and Easter, I tell you something. You get away from it. We know nothing about them gods when we come over here. Okay, we pick that stuff up from the other nations. All right, but let's move on. Let's go back. Let's turn back over here to Proverbs right quick. Go to Proverbs, the 15th chapter. I'm gonna read one verse because people say Oh, yeah. I can do what I want to do. Ain't nobody saying that you want to bet. Watch this. This is Proverbs 15. I'm gonna read one verse right here, and it reads, "The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good." Lord see it all. Tell you something, he got seven cherub angels running around on this earth. They see everything. Now, I always hear people say, oh, look at that angel. Oh, that baby, he's such an angel. Let me tell you something. Go and read on your own sometime. Go and read Ezekiel, the first chapter. You want to see what an angel really look like? Okay, got four faces, six wings, calf feet, and eyes all on them. And they run around this earth and they see everything. Okay? And they really think they don't report back to the Lord. And then the Lord he said in heaven, he looked down from heaven. Okay? He see everything you're doing, evil and good. All right? So keep that in mind. When you about think about doing something stupid, think about it. Hey, an angel standing over there looking at you. All right. Keep that in mind. All right. But let's go over here because you say, yeah, you serving the true and living God. Oh, I know the Lord. I've been serving him for years. Okay. Let's see what the Lord got to say about that. People's talking about that. And you serving those things like on the first day of the week, Sunday. See what the Lord say. Oh, I know the Lord. Okay, let's see. We're going to First John, second chapter. I'm gonna start reading at a minute. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna start reading at verse 3. Excuse me. And it reads, "And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments." Hmm. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Not remember Sunday and keep it holy. Hmm. If we keep his commandments. That's written in the commandments, the royal law. Ask yourself the question, are you keeping his commandments? Are you lying on your neighbor, bearing false witness, stealing, killing, committing adultery? Come on, ask yourself that question now. Are you keeping his commandments? He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. I ain't write this. Okay. The Lord had this written. Keep that in mind. Now let's go one more place right quick. I'm gonna show you this here because I'm gonna tell you something. Jesus, the unknown God, you want to get to know him. Show you why. Because we stand before him at the end of days, and let's see what he gonna do. All right, going to Matthew's 25. Matthew's 25, I'm gonna start reading at verse 31, and it reads, "When the Son of Man shall come in his glory." Who is that? That's Jesus. Okay. "And all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory." 32. "And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left." 34. "Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world." Now, those are the words you want to hear, right? If you had those good works and shrewd evil, got away from it, and started serving the true and living God, even Jesus, the unknown God that people don't know. Hey, hear those words, all right? But verse 41, let's see about the other hand on them, about them goats, all right? "Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, lake of fire, prepared for the devil and his angels." Okay? When the Lord come, he gonna create that lake of fire. He gonna take the beast and the false prophet, gonna throw them directly in there because they knew better. Okay? But it was created for Satan and his evil angels. But man done messed up so bad, and got so many evil things that they do. Man, going in there too. And you don't want to hear them words right there. Okay? But get to know this God. Okay? Get to know the true and living God. You want to start keeping the Lord's Sabbath day. If you don't have a church near you, hey, look, I'm going to give you a website to go to, and you can check it out. All right, www.theisraelofgod.com in small case letters. And you can search that out and you can find a church near you, which is the Israel of God, church I attend. Okay. Now, I ain't talking about them old radicals. You got them radical so-called Israelites out there wearing the purple suits and everything, teaching hatred and everything. No, no. No, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the real, true Israelites, people, and the church we attend. All right, we teach you the truth. You can go on there on Saturday at 12 o'clock. If you can't, if you don't have a church near you, go over there at 12 o'clock sharp. Type in www Sabbath Day Live, and you will get the truth. Okay, have your Bible in hand. All right. And learn to start serving this true and living God. Get to know him. All right. Even Jesus, the unknown God. Get to know who this is. All right. So now, with that food for thought, think on these scriptures and words throughout the course of the day. And until next time, peace.